get the best results from your photos. And then first off, I'm going to show you um, saturation, exposure, and then I will show you brightness and contrast and so on. We might talk about so many things tonight, but let's just start from somewhere. Um, First off, let's go to adjust. Click on adjust. Yeah. And then you go to brightness. Now, brightness is talking about the amount of light you want in that photo. Now, for instance, this very picture is a picture where I have so much light. There's light in front of me. There's light by my side, like a big box of light in front of me. So the brightness is so much, and it's nice actually, even without any edits. The picture is nice. But as a creative, what will I do to this picture? First off, I'm going to reduce the brightness, even though it looks nice in the eyes, right? I'll reduce the brightness. The reason is because the more you reduce the brightness of a picture that is overly bright, the more you increase the quality of that picture. Yes. Now, and the more you make it more cinematic. Everything that is cinematic are mostly a bit dark. They are not very, bright, all loud. So let me show you what I mean by that. I'm not saying you should take it like this. No, this is zero. This is not what I'm saying. So you just bring it up a little. And another thing I will teach you is that when you are editing pictures, if you are a newbie, you're new to the game, you can reduce it to like this at 100, and then you bring it up gradually until it gets to your taste, right? Until it gets to your taste. So for this one, I'll put it at 10. At 10. So for me, at 10, it's okay. Then I go to exposure. Exposure is dealing with the very bright sides, which is like the light sides of the picture, and I'm going to brighten it up or darken it. Now, the thing is, I have already done brightness, I've lowered the brightness. So the exposure, I may not lower it much, or I may not even lower it because um, it might make the picture overly dark, right? And we don't want the picture to be overly dark. We need a balance. One thing about editing is that you are giving a balance to the picture. You're giving a balance to the picture. That's what you're doing. That's why you're editing it. You want to make it look all right. You get. So now I'm going to do the exposure. If I take it down, it looks darker. Then I bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. When I'm okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Let me see. I might just stop at 3, maybe. So don't say, oh, but 3 is too small. No. See, no number is too small. When you're doing the sliding, no number is too small. Once you are satisfied with what you're seeing, it is giving you what you're picturing. Now, for instance, this very picture, I'm not smiling. It's just more of me staring at one place, gazing. So it looks a bit bored, yeah, sad, kind of. So you could tell that this picture is not a very exciting picture. Exciting pictures, I could tell a different story with it, but for this one is a moody picture, and I'll have to edit it accordingly. You get. So now it's looking way darker, and I think I like the brightness like this. To me, it's okay. The next thing, I'll go to contrast, and then on contrast, I'm going to increase the darker side of it. That means I'm going to darken the colors. Now, darkening the colors with your contrast also improves the quality of your picture. Yes, it increases the quality of your picture. I'm going to teach you some deeper things maybe as time proceed, if God lays it in my heart, to go deeper on these teachings, because there are other things you need to know. Now, watch this. Look at the dark side, the black. If you look, the black is going blacker, like darker. You understand? Even though other parts are going dark, but the black is getting blacker, like darker. So, but what I would do is that I'm going to bring it back a little. I will leave it at 20. At 20. The reason is because contrast also amplifies the resolution, the quality of your picture. Yes, it amplifies. Now, if you look at the picture, look at the before. This is the before, right? And this is the after. There is a huge difference. Huge difference. And if you don't look closely, you may not notice. But look at the before. Before and then after the edit. You see? Now, we're going to move into saturation. I told you this before. Saturation. There are other things I will teach you here, other slides, but let me teach you saturation. Saturation is dealing with the reds. Yes, that's where you get your black and white. Look at it. Your saturation is dealing with the reds, right? Although saturation is not the only slide that gives you black and white. I will show you other things, but let's look at saturation. Saturation, if you increase it, it makes your picture more red, more reddish. Yeah, watch this, very red, and this is not what you want. So what do? You bring it down a little, break it down, break it down, break it down. Now, don't make your color unnatural. Some people want to draw this up and they start looking unnatural. No. I want a situation where if you see me on ground and you've seen my picture before, you can say, oh, the difference between you and your picture is not too much. Like your skin color. You understand? So what will I do? I'll keep this at 10, 15 within that slide. Let me keep it at 15, at least. You know? Then we'll go on vibrance. What does vibrance do? Vibrance amplifies all the colors. You remember I said saturation amplifies the red most especially, but vibrance amplifies all the colors. So it will not be too reddish. It will just be all the colors popping up. So let's watch this. Look at this. All the colors. If you look at the saturation, it was overly reddish because it was dealing with red. But for vibrance, it is, bringing out all the colors. Now, for some apps, it is not called vibrance. Yes, there are other names to it. And maybe I'll take my time to teach you that. Maybe I will take you around other apps, maybe in the next video. Now watch this. I'll take this down. Take this down, leave it at 30 because I actually want all the colors to pop. So I just leave it at 30 or take it down to 15 or 25, depending on what satisfies you. Leave it at 25. So that's for vibrance, saturation, exposure, and brightness. And we